Hello everyone, my name is Ashleigh Kinitz and today I will be sharing with you the book Pete the Cat, I Love My White Shoes. The art in this story is by James Dean, who is also the creator of Pete the Cat, and the actual story is written by Eric Litwin. Although this book can be used for a variety of age groups, I am focusing on school-age children based on the learning extension activities that I have chosen. I picked this book because I heard Pete the Cat and his 4 groovy buttons read in the full-day kindergarten class that I did my placement in, and the children absolutely loved it. They listened avidly to this story, they excitedly sang the part about Pete's groovy buttons with the educator. These books also contain great and age-appropriate lessons in each of them that can be discussed with the children in further detail after. So without further ado, here is the story. Good morning, boys and girls. Today we are going to be reading the story about everybody's favorite cat, Pete the Cat, and I Love My White Shoes. Now I know many of you already know the song for this story, so please feel free to sing along with me. For those of you that don't know it, maybe if you want to listen once and then join in, please go ahead. Pete the Cat, I Love My White Shoes. Pete the Cat was walking down the street in his brand new white shoes. Pete loved his white shoes so much, he sang this song. Everybody ready? I love my white shoes, I love my white shoes, I love my white shoes. That was great. Oh no! Pete stepped in a large pile of strawberries! What color did it turn his shoes? Red! Did Pete cry? Goodness no! He kept walking along and singing his song. Everything is cool. I love my red shoes, I love my red shoes, I love my red shoes. Oh no! Pete stepped in a large pile of blueberries. What color did it turn his shoes? Blue! Did Pete cry? Goodness no! He kept walking along and singing his song. Awesome! I love my blue shoes, I love my blue shoes, I love my blue shoes. Oh no! Pete stepped in a large pile of mud. What color did it turn his shoes? Brown. Did Pete cry? Goodness no! He kept walking along and singing his song. Groovy. I love my brown shoes, I love my brown shoes, I love my brown shoes. Oh no! Pete stepped in a bucket of water, and all the brown, and all the blue, and all the red were washed away. What color were his shoes again? White, but now they were wet. Did Pete cry? Goodness no! He kept walking along and singing his song. Rock and roll. I love my wet shoes, I love my wet shoes, I love my wet shoes. The moral of Pete's story is, No matter what you step in, keep walking along and singing your song. Because it's all good. Great job singing, everybody! Okay, there are so many extension activities that can be used with the children based on this book. As I said in my introduction, the lesson of the story can be discussed in further detail and by using examples that the children can relate to in their everyday lives. For example, at the end of the book, it states, no matter what you step in, keep walking along and singing your song. This is an extremely important life lesson for children, and just as much for us as adults, in learning that we can't let the little hurdles in life upset us too much, and that we need to just keep going, and we will be okay. We could then engage in a group discussion with the children about certain experiences that have upset them in the past, and how they handled them, and how they got over them. I chose a few activities to share for this assignment. I chose a science, math, writing, and a word study. So for the science, I chose a Let's Label Pete. I've glued on one example up here to show you what we can do. So you take out all the little cutouts and you let the children use glue sticks. And so nose is the first one, and they'll take their glue stick and glue it to where Pete's nose is supposed to be. For math, I have a simple matching game with shapes. You wouldn't have it on this piece of paper, you would cut them out, but I just thought it would be easier to show for this. So you would cut them all out, put the circle on the circle, the star on the star. Even with this activity alone, you could have an art experience before that and let the children color it. And depending on where they're with their scissors and with the proper supervision, have them cut them out themselves. Once again, it's all up to the discretion of the educator, but there's just so much to do. For the writing, Pete stepped in a pile of, and then there's, and his shoes turned. So you let the children choose what they want. This was an example I wrote, lines, and it turned his shoes green. So they could choose anything, grapes, and it turned his shoes purple. So not only is it a writing activity, but it's also a color association. My last example that I have here, it is a word study. It's a syllable sort, and I would go over syllables with the children. So first one here, strawberry. And clapping, in my opinion, is a very good way to show syllables. So strawberry. And the next one, grapes. So after we went over that with the children, let them try it out, have them understand it. There is a little activity here called Pete's Syllable Sort. I've already glued on 2 examples here to show you. What the children do is they count the number of claps in each word, and then they glue the appropriate picture in the correct column. So grapes, 1 syllable. So on my first pile here is an orange. So you have the children orange. And then they hear the 2 claps, take their glue stick, glue it onto the 2. Once again, it's fun, it's educational, and to me that's the 2 best things that you can do to teach. Thank you for listening. That is the end of my assignment, and I hope you enjoyed it.